everyone, I'm Tina Marie J. Welcome to the channel. So, I don't have a specific topic, but I realize that I have not updated you guys very much on my own personal journey towards, I don't know, I guess trying to rebuild my relationship with God. So as you guys know, I was in the ICOC for 2 years, and I've been having a very difficult time trying to get myself back on track. But right now, I am still attending a new church that I did speak about in a couple of videos prior, and things have been going pretty well. I'm feeling pretty happy in this new church I'm a part of. I don't know if I can say I'm a member or not. Honestly, I don't even think it matters. Member, not member, whatever. They don't really say anything about me having to do anything in order to become a member. They just kind of automatically are like, oh, Tina, you're family, you're good, you fit in. Usually I don't feel comfortable when people tell me I'm family or tell me I'm their sister. In this church, I feel like the energy is so different, and I'm very big on vibes and energy, and I'm usually a little correct most of the time when it comes to picking up certain vibes and energy. And one mistake I have not been making is not listening to my instincts, whereas when I was in the ICOC, I completely ignored all the red flags. I ignored my instincts and I just went with everything. Here, I'm literally tippy-toeing through everything. This new church, everyone is super cool, everyone's super down to earth, and I have not been pressured, not one time, to ever do anything I didn't feel comfortable with. But I'm in this new thing called community group. And community group is basically just a Bible talk group that meets once a week. With the group I'm in, we meet every Saturday. And it's pretty cool. It's fun because we actually have fun. It doesn't feel like, oh, let's all sit down and be these quiet, calm little Christians. It's nothing like that. It's we can actually just chill and be normal people. That's the best way I know how to be. So in my community group 2 weeks ago, I opened up a little bit and I told everyone that I was part of a church that had very cultic characteristics, and I told them the reasons why I was having such a hard time with praying. Right now the topic we're talking about for community group is prayer, so it just makes so much sense because that's one of the biggest things I'm having a hard time with. Everyone was super cool about it. Some people actually said they've heard of the church and they've heard that it is a cult. No one came off judgmental at all. Everyone was really cool. They're you know what, you're making your way in, you're edging yourself in. I'm not pressured to pray out loud. I'm not pressured to read the Bible out loud. I'm not pressured to answer questions. There are times where I'm so honest on certain things that people are I love your honesty. The fact that you're so honest about that, wow, that's so real. And that's something that always worried me because I couldn't really be so honest in the ICOC, because even times when I was being honest, I was being too honest. So basically, I'm free to have my own thinking, I'm free to have my own opinion, I'm free to have my own thoughts and to ask questions in this new church. I feel so much more free. I don't feel like people are in my business. I feel like people are genuine. And when it comes to hanging out, it's strictly hanging out. We really talk about normal people stuff. We talk about fun things, funny things, crazy things, stuff like that. What I like about this new church is that it's small. There are not a lot of members at all. It's new, so no one knows about it. Also, everyone literally comes as they are. You don't have to look a certain way. There are so many people in there that have tattoos, they have piercings. There's people in there who are ex-gang members, people in there who are gay. I know that there are people who, especially people who are still in the ICOC, will be totally against this church I'm in, but I don't give a crap because I'm happy and this is where I am right now. I think that's the most important thing, is that you need to really learn how to just say I don't give a crap and to just literally not give a crap. Because when you stop giving a crap about what people think of you, what people say, and what people tell you you need to do, and you just say, you know what, that's your opinion, that's fine, I respect your opinion, however, I do not accept your opinion. It makes it easier for you to be able to accept yourself as you are and to move on in the steps that you need to move on to become the person that you need to be. I in no way am perfect. I'm still working on a lot of things. A couple of questions that people ask me are, do I still pray, or have I started praying yet? That is something I'm working on. Since my community group is talking all about prayer, I've been working on praying. I prayed in the shower the other day, so You know, that was my first, so it was pretty cool. It's not really so easy for me to pray. However, I did have a little breakthrough just this past Sunday. I went to service, and the pastor, who's super cool, was just basically telling people at the end of the service, if you need someone to pray for you, if you're having a hard time, you're going through something, come up and let one of the people here pray for you. Every time he says that, I usually make the nearest exit and I leave. But this past Sunday, I felt it in my heart that I had to go up, and I didn't care what anyone thought or said. And I just was like, don't think about it. And I just walked up. By the time I got to the altar, there were like a bunch of other people that were there. And I felt someone grab my hand to my left, and it was my husband. He was standing right there with me. He looked pretty happy and he was very supportive. And I know he felt like he needed to be at the altar too. I've been going through some things in my marriage lately. So I've been having a lot going on that I don't speak about. I've been having some really, really, really difficult stuff happening, and it's just all shifting and changing me into the person that I'm meant to become as a woman. I realized when I got to the altar and when this guy came and started praying with me and my husband, he was saying so many things that was so true and exact when it comes to forgiveness and letting go. I started crying like crazy, and I really needed to. It's like everything that's been in me for the past 2 years, especially with the things that's been going on with me over the past couple of months in my relationship, it just all came out. That was the moment when I really realized I've been going through so much. Like, I've had so much happen to me that it's gotten to a point where I'm like, okay, I don't know if I can take any more. Like, what I'm going through right now is enough. I can't handle any more bad news. I can't handle any more pain or any more hurt. I just can't handle anymore. So at that point, I just basically released it to God, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not a perfect person. I'm not somebody who you would look at and say she's definitely a Christian, but I don't think that God cares about that. I think God just wants me to go and to be like, you believe in me, just let out your pain, let out your frustration, let out your hurt. So I guess you could say I basically gave it all to God that day. I've been going through so much. Like, I've been going through a lot of ups and downs and like depression, and a week ago I had the worst depression. I mean, the worst depression. I had not been sleeping. I've just been so out of it to the point where I've been in my house all the time. And not that I try to put up a front for you guys on these videos, but these videos help, and these videos actually make me happy because I'm doing something I love. I love making the videos. I love talking to you guys, and this really does help me heal. Dealing with the things I went through when I was in the ICOC and still carrying that pain and the burden and that feeling of just feeling like I'm not enough because of everything that anyone ever said to me is very hard. I was carrying that and then taking on new pain as time went on. Pain in friendships after the ICOC, pain in my relationship after the ICOC, and it was just so much. It was like so much of a struggle. Over these past several months, I've lost people in my life that I didn't want to lose, but I had to, and some of them I was like, okay, goodbye. I've lost a lot of happiness in my marriage and a lot of faith in my marriage, and it just got to a point where I almost was like, I just want to give up. I just don't want this anymore. Like, I don't want it. I just want to be by myself because at least I know I can't hurt myself. Now I take it day by day. Like, I take it easy every day, and I just put all my focus and energy and my heart and passion into helping other people, because for me, that's how I help myself. When I'm helping other people and when I'm giving other people advice and inspiration, that's actually helping me a lot. I'm feeling so much better, especially now since I just launched the coaching business. I'm excited to see what comes of it. I'm being extremely positive. I have my other HBHL channel on YouTube that I have already really started working on, and that's new and fresh. So if any of you ladies are interested in personal development and relationship advice, head on over there. I'm excited about this channel and about speaking to more people. I just look at the great things that's come out of all of my downfalls, and I just think of it as things that are just basically molding me and shaping me to help me help other people who are going through what I'm going through, or who are going through the things that I've already gone through. When it comes to my relationship with God, I am still working on building my relationship with God. I feel like it's getting better. And the more that I go to this new church, the more it builds. I still don't label myself as a Christian. I still kind of don't really believe in religion, but I believe in God. And there are many people who will say, it's not enough to believe in God. You have to believe in Jesus Christ. You have to read the Bible. You have to pray. But that's a problem. People are so busy telling you what you have to do, and they're not realizing that the reason why you stop doing the things that you're told you have to do is because you're told you have to do it. And I feel like when you were a part of a cult, after you leave as a whole different person. Like, you don't want to listen to people telling you what you have to do anymore, because if it's not something you want to do, then they have no business telling you what you have to do. That's basically how I've changed. Like, ever since I left the ICOC, I will have people telling me, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to read your Bible, you have to pray, have belief in Jesus Christ, you're not gonna go to heaven. It's just empty words, because I feel like people act stupid, you know? Like, I mean, forgive me for seeming so, I don't know how else to say it, but I feel like people act really stupid. Like, clearly, I left a place that was telling me all the things I had to do, and then when I thought I was doing it, I was told I wasn't really doing it the right way. And then here you come tell me what I have to do. Like, everything you're telling me is empty words. That is something that really aggravates the hell out of me, is when people tell me I have to do something, because all it does is cause more resistance. So I choose to do what I want to do, regardless of what other people believe. When you leave a cult, you finally are able to see the world in a whole different lens. You don't see it through the lens of a Christian. You see it through the lens of a human being. You see it through the lens of a real person. And you see that not everyone is going to have the same belief system as you, and that's okay. Not everyone follows the same traditions, and that's okay. And you have to respect it rather than telling people what they need to do. So for me, I think right now, the struggle is keeping my mouth shut when people tell me that I need to pray, I need to go back to God, I need to do all this crap, because that's a huge trigger for me. And I'm realizing the more that people tell me that, the more I feel triggered. But then again, on the other side of things, having a channel like this, you kind of gotta expect people to tell you stuff like that. So I'm just learning to be like, okay, whatever, and just not even bother. My marriage right now is doing better. We're getting better. My husband is happy that I'm going to this new church. He's happy that I'm starting to open up a little. I'm feeling very comfortable. I don't want to leave this church and go somewhere else, because for me, it's not going to be easy for me to get comfortable in another church. It was hard for me just to get comfortable in this one. And the only reason I've been able to get comfortable in this one is because of the fact that people are so real and genuine, and they have the exact thing that the ICOC has always lacked. I don't see myself ever going to the ICOC. Like, there's no way. I could be lying dead in a grave and you could try to drag me in there. I'll wake the hell up and go right back in my grave. It's impossible. Right now, I think that my major, most important goal is to just continue to help people, and to help people to see that whether they decide to still pursue a path towards God or not, either way, you can heal from this, and either way, you can still live a life where you're happy and you're fulfilled and you're at peace. I really just want people to understand that being a part of a cult, or being hurt spiritually, or as some people have referred to it, spiritually raped, that does not mean that that's your identity. That's not who you are. That's just what happened to you, but that's not who you are. But it kind of also, in a way, happened for you, because you never know what type of person you could turn out to be, what you can turn out doing in your life, how you can end up helping other people. There's so many things I plan on doing in my life, so many ways I plan on helping people, and I have developed a passion for helping people who've been in a cult, just because of the fact that I see how it can affect others, and I see how many people are affected. I love talking to people about cults and talking to people about healing from spiritual trauma, just as much as I love personal development and relationship advice. So for me, the coaching thing just go hand in hand. I also love to talk about it through my writing. So I have journals that I keep that's helped me heal, which is why I'm so big on using journaling as a way to help you heal and to overcome whatever pain you've gone through. Because when you write it out, you may not know at that moment, but you're actually just releasing. And it may be such a slow release, but you're releasing. I do believe that there's like so many more people out there who are going through the trauma and the depression and the hurt and pain, and they feel like they're the only ones. They feel like they're crazy, and they're not crazy. I feel like we need people who are willing to have a voice and to speak up and to open up for those who are afraid to, because not everyone wants to open up. Not everyone feels courageous enough to open up and speak. And I think for me, it's just my nature. I've always been that quiet girl in school who, when I would see someone get bullied, I was one who would suddenly step up and say something, just because I feel like I can handle being bullied, but I couldn't handle watching the other person being bullied and they weren't even defending themselves. I see ICOC as a bully, and I'm the person standing up and saying no more bullying. That is basically all I have for you guys. That is my update. I'm doing so much better emotionally, physically, mentally. I feel so much more cleansed in every aspect of my life. I am eating plant-based foods. I'm feeling so much healthier in my body, and that's been helping me a lot with my mind. I'm just really happy right now. I just hope that nothing comes my way now, and I hope it's nothing crazy that I have to fall again, because it's like once you fall and you're trying to crawl, it's just a whole process. I'm just like, please, like, I need a break. Let me have a happy moment for a while. So I hope that uplifted any of you that are probably going through some depression, or probably going through some anxiety or some disappointments and hurt. Just know that there's always a light. It's just super far, but you gotta get through the tunnel to get to that light. And even though it's super far, doesn't mean that it is impossible. And I am not completely through my tunnel yet, but I think I'm a lot more than halfway past. And I have to thank you guys for subscribing and for watching the videos and for reaching out and for being a part of my Beautiful Souls group and being a part of my journey. And I look forward to seeing this journey just growing and growing and building more beautiful online friendships with you guys. I love you guys all so much. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And if you have any questions, then just send me an email or leave a comment down below, and I will see you soon.